As the owner of a rental property, you want to provide amenities that will attract people to the home while making it easy to care for. You also want to stay profitable. When navigating these two goals, it is important to consider that if a landlord provides too much for the tenants, it can lead down an expensive road of hassle and problems. So what should a landlord provide and not provide? Each market is different. Here in the beautiful Utah metro area, Kasteel can answer those questions for you. Top 7 things landlords should or should not provide for tenants. Number 1, yard care. To provide or not provide depends on the home. In some communities, it is taken care of by an HOA, and you don't have to worry about it. But in most cases, tenants are responsible for yard care, and it should indicate that in the lease. Most people that are renting a home with a yard are already expecting to maintain it themselves. Ideally, it should be simple, with grass from house to curb and automated sprinklers. However, if you have a higher-end rental with landscaping that includes a lot of shrubbery, flower beds, trees, and gardens, and you would like to keep it well maintained, then you should consider providing lawn care and including the cost in the rent. Number 2, lawnmower and yard maintenance tools. It's natural to think that if a landlord provides a lawnmower to the tenant, they are more likely to mow the lawn. The reality is, a good tenant will take care of the yard as required in the lease, regardless of whether you provide a lawnmower or if they use their own. As a landlord, what you don't want to do is encourage the tenant to be overly dependent on you. That is a slippery slope that can lead to a lot of extra work on your part. Nor do you want to be responsible for the maintenance of a lawnmower when it breaks. Therefore, a lawnmower and other yard maintenance tools is not something you should provide. Some owners may be concerned that a tenant will not take care of the yard. But if you have followed proper tenant screening procedures and perform regular inspections, then you will likely have a responsible tenant who will follow the lease and keep the lawn mowed. See our video, Best Practices to Screen Tenants, to help ensure you have a responsible tenant. Number 3, washer and dryer. With the exception of apartment complexes that have communal laundry rooms, it is the tenant's responsibility to provide their own washer and dryer. I find about 50% of the time people have their own. That being the case, if you provide a washer and dryer, it will inevitably end up being in their way, and you will have the hassle of having to remove it. For the 50% that don't have a washer and dryer, it doesn't typically make or break the deal when it is not provided. If there is already a washer and dryer in the home that you want to leave for tenants to use, have a plan to have them quickly removed if needed. At Kasteel Property Management, we specify in our lease agreement that if there is a washer and dryer already in the home, we will not be fixing or replacing them should they no longer work. If there is not a washer and dryer in the home, it's best to keep it that way and let the tenants provide their own. Number 4, refrigerator and other kitchen appliances. Here in the Utah metro area, it is typical that all large kitchen appliances are provided, including the refrigerator. If there is not a mounted microwave, you do not need to provide a countertop one. However, if you are upgrading the kitchen, you should consider installing a mounted microwave. It is an appealing feature that is attractive to tenants and is a great low-cost upgrade. Number 5, smart systems, camera doorbell, and security systems. Do not install them. I cannot emphasize this one enough. If you invest in a rental home that already has them, I would suggest having them removed. Trust me, coordinating and setting up access and accounts every time a tenant moves in or out is a headache that you don't want to have to deal with. The best practice is to allow tenants to install a security system for themselves with a simple wireless system that will cause very little, if any, damage to the property. Number 6, utilities. This depends on the home. In general, have tenants put the utilities in their own name. However, if it's a multi-unit property where each unit does not have a separate meter for a particular utility, simply have that utility included with the rent. You may be able to charge a little bit higher rent to help offset this. It's not worth the hassle and headache of splitting up utilities and charging it to the individual tenants. It will never be possible to divide it correctly and fairly. This can get you involved in debates and arguments that you cannot win and that aren't worth your peace of mind. Number 7, a monthly HOA fee. Ultimately, this bill is the responsibility of the homeowner. It would not be wise to trust someone else to make payments on a fee that is billed directly to you. Therefore, do not leave it up to the tenant to make this payment. In the Utah metro area, it is typically expected that HOA fees will be paid for by the homeowner. It is important to find out what is typically provided and not provided by landlords in your geographical area. If you over-provide something, the tenants will learn to depend on you, and you may find yourself committed to always providing something that you wish you didn't. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe. You can also find more helpful landlord tips by visiting our website, KasteelProperty.com. At Kasteel Property Management, we do more than just watch your rental property. We protect it, cultivate it, and help your investment grow.